and I would have changed my daughter's last name to mine. That's
Yeah.
how petty I am.
Me too. These are $500 a month and the house is huge, so.
Sounds like because of the way that you're handling this, that you're only after his money.
It's something that instead of walking in, hi, meet Rebecca. Am I the asshole for calling my daughter's father spineless and his girlfriend creepy over their name choice for their daughter?
Bold.
A little bit of context for you all. I ended up falling pregnant with my 10-year-old daughter during a drunken hookup with a friend in my mid-20s. Not the most glamorous or flattering truth, but it's the truth all the same. When we found out, we decided to keep the child and co-parent while remaining friends. We were never a couple and we didn't want to be one either. 4 years ago, he began to date his long-term girlfriend and they moved in together last year. She fell pregnant and I've been supportive to them both as much as I could be without crossing any lines. I've encouraged my daughter to help out whenever she's staying with them during the pregnancy and to behave. I've also made it clear that I want the children to have a close relationship despite having different mothers. I've even said that if they were comfortable with it on nights I have my daughter, if they ever want time alone, I'd babysit once they have the baby so that my daughter can spend time with her sibling. All in all, I thought everything was great and I was excited for my daughter to have a sibling as she's always wanted one, but I had no interest in having another child. 3 days ago, my friend and his girlfriend had a daughter. They asked me to bring my daughter to the hospital to meet her little sister yesterday alongside others of the family. So I did exactly that, but when they introduced us to the baby, I was shocked. They used my daughter's name. She didn't seem to have any issues with this when she introduced the baby, bold as brass. My friend seemed uncomfortable and wouldn't look at me directly. I asked them what they were playing at, and at which point my friend's father said he'd take my daughter down to the cafeteria to get something to eat and left with her. My friend told me to calm down and not overreact while his girlfriend told me she didn't see the issue and that it was a pretty name. I asked him if they'd name the baby for my daughter, trying to understand the logic here, but his girlfriend said that no, it was just a pretty name she liked. I then asked if they planned to use a nickname or a middle name when addressing to her on a daily basis, and her response that she didn't see a need for that. I told them they were being ridiculous and that they couldn't do this. I then told his girlfriend that I found this frankly creepy and told my friend he was being spineless if he was happy to go along with this. He tried to claim our daughter could use a nickname or something, but I shut that down immediately, asking why it was more reasonable for a girl who has used that name for a decade to shame her name compared to a baby who had no concept of what a name was yet.
Exactly.
His girlfriend told me I was being a bitch, talking to her like that after she just gave birth, and asked the nurses to remove me, saying I was being disruptive. Maybe my temper is running a little too hot though, and I was too harsh on her when she just gave birth. It's just so fucking weird. Edit. I'd also like to state I know that what they want to name their child is their choice. They could have called her Dinosaur for all I care, but this is one name that should be off limits or adjusted. They even have the same surname as they have the same father. Something about it just felt malicious and deliberate, as if she's trying to replace my daughter, and for them both to spring it on us like that at the first meeting, no, that was weird.
You're not the asshole. You are not the asshole. I would have lost my shit in there.
Immediately.
Well, first off, that is crazy that it was not even a conversation with you. Like, you guys seem like you co-parent very well and have a great relationship. The fact that this was not brought to you like, hey, how would you feel if we did this? Because I'm so fucking petty that I right then and there would have gone to the courthouse and I would have changed my daughter's last name to mine. That's how petty I am.
Me too.
Yeah.
And on top of that, you could have been like, hey, I just want to let you know, like, we're really trying to do, we don't want to replace her, but my girlfriend loves the name Rebecca. And I know that that's our daughter's name, but this was been on her list, her top name list for however many years. And I just wanted to see how you felt about that. And like, even like, and
something as kind as
simple as that, even then I'd be like, what the fuck? No, what do you mean? But it's something that instead of walking in, hi, meet Rebecca. Yeah. And other Rebecca Joe Schmo is standing right there.
Right. And like, how unique is this name too is another question that I want to have answered, because like, if her name is Sarah, like there's a billion Sarahs, and maybe she could just take the H off the end if your daughter has an H or vice versa. And we call her Sarah Kate, and that's her name, you know? But the fact that they're like, no, that's going to be her name every day of the week, every day that's her name. Like, what?
Yeah.
Anyways, you're not the
asshole. I don't think you're the asshole. Fun facts. My cousins, so one of them's name is Alexandra. The other one's name is Allison. They both have the same last name because their fathers are brothers, and they both are nicknamed Allie. So there was two Allie Allie Smiths, not their last name, but there's 2 Allie Smiths running around. And when the other youngest one went to college, she was like, why would I be going by Allie if my name is Alexandra? I'm going by Alex. Changes her name like that. She's
I would do the same thing.
Shit, I'm out.
Why would I do that? Yeah, that's good. I love that. Okay, well, yeah, you're not the asshole.
I don't think you're the asshole either.
Okay, here we go. Am I the asshole? I should get the house, not his kids. My fiance and I have been together for 7.5 years. We call each other husband and wife, but we are not married. 6 years ago, I sold my house and I moved to be with him. I sold the house before the crazy boom and I only made $20,000. I used it to pay off my student loans for my kids. He paid for my move here. He is a business owner and couldn't move his business. My 2 youngest kids came with me. My 2 oldest kids are adults. He bought a house in 2019 and he sold it in 2021, then bought another house at that time. My name is not on the loan, so technically it is his house. I do not pay rent to him or to the bank. I only pay for utilities. The amount I pay is about $500 a month, about 10% of the mortgage. He has a life insurance policy that I am the beneficiary on. The policy is $1 million and the house is worth $2 million. It would be enough to purchase a new home should he die before me. His business holdings would go to his kids. I think that I should get the house because it is our home. I decorated it and I take good care of it. He has said that he is willing to put the house in a trust and I can live here until I die. After that, the house would go to the kids. His kids are adults, and I think the house should go to me along with the insurance. His kids get the business. Isn't that enough for his adult children? He is very generous. I cannot argue that. He pays for all of our travel, including my kids. He bought me a new car so that I could give my 5-year-old car to my son for school. We do not live in a common law state. He could not put me on the original loan because we were not married. We are close in age, only 2 years apart. His kids will get his business and the business property, which is over $2 million in total. That should be enough for them. We were going to get married, but he wanted to do a prenup, and I was not willing to sign it for this very reason. I do have a job. I work for his company. I get paid well, and I only have to work part-time. Everything in our lives together is great, except for this one issue. I don't think it should be hard for him to see my point. You're the asshole.
Yeah, you're the asshole. 100%.
Sorry, I didn't even let you go. I just had to say it.
Yeah, no, you're the asshole.
Sign the fucking prenup.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Sign the prenup, but also at the same time, like, kids come first.
Yeah,
like,
sorry.
In a situation like this, like, if he is willing to do a trust and let you live there until the day you die, then that's enough for you. Why do you need the money? I have been actually a very similar situation with my mother's parents, where the father, my grandfather passed away. He was remarried. He was no longer with my grandmother. Grandfather, he passed away, and his wife was left everything. When she died, her kids got everything of my grandfather's, not even my parents. Right. So it's like, I'm 100% down with him. Me too. Put it in a trust. You get to live there, no problem.
And the fact that his kids, like, you didn't raise his kids. It's not like you would take it down, exactly that situation. Like, you would give it down to his kids. You would give it to your kids. And also, like, yeah, you moved states, you sold your house. It sucks that you sold it before the boom, but you work for his company part-time. You live in his house that he pays for. You pay $500 in utilities that you work for his company. Like, you're going to, either way, he's leaving you things that are very kind to be leaving you in the first place, since you're not even his legal wife. And I get the situation where you'd be like, you're saying that we've been together for so long, but
why are you married?
If that's the case, then you should sign the prenup and have a conversation about it after the fact. But it sounds like, because of the way that you're handling this, that you're only after his money. And I would no more continue this relationship with you if I were him than
because in the
ever
back of his
do anything.
Mind is, oh, she just wants the money.
She's gonna fucking kill me. Yeah. And for these insurance policies,
maybe
and the
not kill me, but like,
that's what I would think. If the second I signed that,
but like it shows true motive. Yeah, if you're fighting a prenup,
it does. And also, like, it should never be about the money at all. Like, you live in a $2 million house in a great area, from what it sounds like, and it seems like you live a really easy life.
If your utilities are $500 a month, then the house is huge. So
yeah, your house is gigantor, and so I think you're the asshole.
I think you're also the asshole.
Sorry.